Hey guys, Kate here again. Today I've got a little topic on wipes. Now, normally I would always suggest reusable wipes because you can wash them and like, especially with your nappies. But every now and then, when you're going out and you need some convenience, or especially going away on holiday and things like that, it's really handy to have a product that you can actually use. It is single use because we just sometimes need those products in our lives. So I just want to touch on a brand that I actually really like, which is the Earthsmart Aquawipes. Now, the cool thing about their wipes is that they are made in New Zealand, which is cool. But also, they are made from bamboo fibre, so they're 100% plant-based. And so that means that I have actually been able to successfully trial, we actually put them in a worm farm, to see if they would break down. And they did, which is awesome. So because they're plant-based, they will break down. I did not even know that there's actually quite a few brands of baby wipes that are quite high in plastic. The majority of it is plastic, which is really not cool when it's a single-use product. And you definitely wouldn't be able to put them in a compost bin. But these guys here, they have 100% natural water wipes as well, so it's actually 99.8% if we're being completely on point. But the 99.8% water, and then they do have a soybean amino acid extract that is to have to stop them from going off, so that's a preservative. And when you've got a product that is wet in a bag, you have to have some sort of preservative, but it is a natural preservative, which is quite cool. There's no fragrance, which something for me was quite huge. I didn't want fragrances. I definitely didn't want alcohol, and I didn't want soap in any of the wipes that I was using on Dan when I did use disposable wipes, because there are some times when you need to do that. Another thing that's quite cool about them is that the plastic bag that they come in can go into soft plastic if it's available. At the moment it's mostly Auckland, but the plastic bag can go in soft plastic recycling. You just have to take this bit off, and that's really important that you make sure you take this the little plastic cover off, because that can't go into soft plastic. So essentially that would go into your waste bin, and then the soft plastic bag can go into soft plastics. One of the things that we did do was, like I said just before, we decided to trial them just to see how natural and compostable and all those sort of things they were. Because for me, if I was using a single-use wipe, I would want to be able to basically wash it, which you need to do if you've used it to wipe the bottom, and especially if you've had something like a punami or a massive cleanup situation. You wouldn't put them into the compost bin with poos, or I wouldn't even put them in my compost with wheeze in them. So what I would suggest is, if you do have a single-use wipe and you're needing to use them, and I trialled this myself and I've got them here so I can show you, is you need to wash them before you compost them. So how I suggest you do that, and this is something I did myself when Dan was a baby and I was using some of the single-use wipes, was you put them all in a lingerie bag like that. And sorry about the state of my lingerie bag, but you put them in a lingerie bag, and I would just chuck them through the wash. Now, I'm also a little bit frugal sometimes, and when they come out, they're actually still quite good. They're clean. If I really wanted to be like the ultimate reuser, I could actually reuse these just as a wet wipe. Obviously not store them wet, but you could actually hang them out, dry them, and then use them again. But I put them through the wash, and these have actually gone through twice, so I wanted to see how much they would keep going. But I put them through twice, they've come out, and now because I've washed them, they'll have no preservatives, no anything in it, and it's just been nicely washed out in the washing machine, and now I could chuck them into the worm farm or the compost bin. And we've actually got some pictures it was actually Rochelle who took them home, put them in her worm farm. We've got some pictures. You can see that they did actually break down, which is for me really important when I want to tell people that this is a product that I would use, that it will actually do what I say it will do, and we have done it ourselves. So for me, like I say, I personally would put them in a lingerie bag during the day, or if you're out and about and you're away, let's like take a bag with you, and if you're doing washing while you're camping, just wash your wipes and then stick them in a container, and when they're dry, and take them all home and then put them in the compost bin when you get home, because you can't flush them, absolutely not. You can't like the best thing is to be able to compost or worm farm them, and then they actually have zero like impact long term, because the whole wipe will disappear in the compost back to a natural state. So I mean, that's why sometimes, you know, we do need single-use products, and sometimes they're really convenient in our lives. Obviously, I try to minimise, but if I did need a product, I would be looking for something that met my standards personally, and these certainly do. They do have they do have two different types. So there's the ones that are 99.8% water, and the other ones are 99.6%, and these ones actually have aloe vera and vitamin E. Personally, I'd be going with the all natural ones, because that's just me and how I roll. But there is that option, and that way at least I know that I can use it, wash it, stick it in the compost, and it'll be gone in about 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, that's a little bit of a just different topic for me, but you know, as I said, sometimes you just need a bit of convenience, and at least if you know what you're getting, then you can choose the right product. And like I said, I didn't even know that most of the baby wipes actually have a lot of plastic in them, so go for as natural as possible, and then, you know, you can deal with them yourself at home. So thanks for joining me again, and we'll be back again soon with another video on some more topics. Cheers, see ya.